This question is asking about our general number sense as well as equivalent fractions. It says, which of the following sets includes all the integer values of t when 1/4 is less than t over 5, which is less than 2/3? One option you have for a question like this would be to use your calculator and just plug in these values and see what makes this statement true. So get 1/4 as a decimal, which would be 0.25, get 2/3 as a decimal, which would be 0.67 rounded, and then when you put in those values, divide them by 5, see which ones work to make t over 5 greater than 0.25 and less than 0.67. So plugging in your answers might be a good strategy here. I'm going to show an alternative way to see the same thing. If I look at the denominators, 4, 5, and 3, if I want to compare fractions, it's nice to have the same denominator to see what it is I'm comparing. So the first value that 4, 5, and 3 will multiply up to, so the common denominator, is going to be 60. So I have to multiply 4 by 15 to get 60. So I multiply the 1 on top as well. So 15 times 1 is 15. 15 times 4 is 60. So 1/4 becomes 15 over 60. I have to multiply 5 by 12 to make it 60. So I multiply the top value, which is t, by 12. So 12t over 5 times 12 is 60. And then I have to multiply the 3 by 20 to get it to be 60. So I do that to the numerator as well. So 2 times 20 would be 40, and 3 times 20 would be 60. So 40 over 60 is 2/3. 12t over 60 is t over 5. And I keep my inequality symbols. And then I see that the denominators are all the same. So really, what we're trying to figure out is just the numerator. So when is 15 less than 12 times some value t? And that has to be less than 40. Okay, so now if I look at my answers, if I plug in 1 for t would be 12 times 1, which is 12. And 12 would not be greater than 15. So I know that doesn't work. Okay, 2, if I plug 2 in, 12 times 2 is 24, and so that would give me 24 is greater than 15, and then 24 would be less than 40. So 2's looking good. Let's try the next one, 3. So if I plug in 3, 12 times 3 is 36. 36 would be greater than 15. 36 would also be less than 40. So 2 and 3 work, which means just 2 doesn't work. Let's try 4. If I plug 4 in for t, 4 times 12 is 48. And 48 is not less than 40. So the 4 can't work, and therefore E doesn't work as well. So we know that if you plug in the values for 2 and 3, that will make that inequality true, and therefore our solution is found in C.